Well, there you go, Big D. Big round of football. There were some big upsets that weekend, wasn't there? With a lot of zeros. And let's hoping, and of course, as we did mention before, we have done a bit of a sneaky, and by this time, 9:35, we'll be pretty well halfway, 3/4 of the way through the State of Origin. But we have been able to catch up with the beautiful young lady, Cielle Montgomery, joins us right now. We're going to talk about a new single that's out at the moment called Long Gone. Cielle, thanks for joining Tracy and the Big D. How are you?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm great. Thanks very much.
That's
a little
good.
bit cold down here in Cooma at the moment, but other than that, doing fine.
I was about to say the wet weather and everything isn't hindering you too much?
Oh, not really, but I can hear the wind blowing strongly outside. I'm sitting by the fire because I'm quite freezing.
Oh, it's nice
Wind
little
has
atmosphere. So the new single, Long Gone, tell us about it.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's actually my first ever single that I've released because I released a debut EP back in March called Walking Free. So this is the first single off the EP. It was a song that I co-wrote with another Australian musician, James Church, who actually plays dobro and guitar on the track and on the EP.
Right.
And we sat down probably about 6 or 8 months ago and co-wrote this track. It's got a beautiful bluegrass feel. It's a bit of a love story. Yeah, I'm really proud of it and really happy that it's the first single that I'm going out with.
And this is the first time that we've had you on our show. So for our listeners, just a little bit of a background on who you are and your influences in music and things like that.
Well, I'm pretty new to the scene, a bit of a late starter actually. I was a paramedic in the ambulance service for about 11 years. Always had a passion for music and a real keen interest in getting into country music, but was a little bit scared. So a few years ago, I sort of took the leap and started to get into things a little bit more seriously. I went to the CMAA Academy of Country Music back in 2015, and that was where things sort of really turned a corner for me, and I realised that, I was going to really make a go of it. So it's been all guns a-blazing since then. Lots of songwriting, lots of co-writing, and lots of performing and touring around. And then obviously going in and recording the EP, which I did with the very incredible Glenn Hanna. Very lucky to have him on board producing and playing on the record. I guess my influences, I'm a huge Holly Williams fan, Emmylou Harris, Linda Ronstadt. I listen to a lot of John Morland and a lot of sort of Americana and alt country styles of music, and a lot of bluegrass as well. As time goes on, I'm getting more involved and more enjoying bluegrass. You find that on the EP there's 6 original tracks there, and there's probably a taste of all those different styles that I've mentioned in the EP. And so very exciting times.
We're talking to Cielle Montgomery. She's got a first ever single out, which we'll be featuring tonight. You must be right at home with alt country sound that's happening. People like Shane Nicholson now.
Yeah, it's taking country music by storm, I would say, the alt country side of things. And it's wonderful to have a recognised genre, or within the country music genre, where people can fit but aren't black and white in that typical country or pop country styles that we hear a lot of. It's wonderful to turn on CMC and see people like Shane and a lot of other artists getting good airplay and great music, great style of music, and great instrumental features in that style as well that I love.
So who would you like to write with?
The list.
Oh, gee.
We'll see if we can pull a few strings for you.
Well, I would love to write with Shane Nicholson. That'd be a good start. I'm a great admirer of his songwriting, and as I said before, I don't know if you guys heard much of Holly Williams' stuff. She's Hank Williams' granddaughter from Nashville, and I always joke at the gigs and say, I'm so sure that she and I would be great friends if we met, and we will meet one day. We're going to sit and drink cups of tea and write great songs together. So I'd be very happy to sit down with her or Shane.
Well, you pop them onto your bucket list, and you've got to get the bucket list done before the end of, what are we in now? Before the end of 2020. How's that?
Sounds great. I'm on it.
So if people want to get a hold of your EP, how can they get a hold of it?
Okay, it's out in a few different ways. It's on iTunes. But, I'm a lover of actual CDs and touching the cases and textures and all that kind of thing. So I've got CDs for sale, and I sell them on my website, which is www.ciellemontgomery.com.au. And you can order one on there or come and see us at a gig, and I'll be happy to sell you one there too.
Well, it's fantastic to see new artists, fresh music, fresh sound coming out, and we love to feature it wherever we can. Folks, her name's Cielle Montgomery, and this is the brand new single now.
And it is Long Gone, and it won't be too long, and we'll catch up with you again. Thanks again, Cielle.
Thank you so much for having me. It was lovely to chat with you.